Hi, good morning everyone. I am Baby Jean Calardi from BSED English 1A, and for today, we're going to make a video response with PowerPoint for our Module 4, Task 3. So this is it. Questions. So these are the questions that we are going to answer. First, what are the issues presented in the study? Second, what do the literature or other studies say about these issues? Third, what was the study conducted and interpreted? Fourth, what are the findings, implications, and conclusion about the study? Fifth, what are the future research direction of this study? Sixth, what concept of module and this study have common? State at these three ideas. So these are the issues presented in the research. First is the relationship of two culture identities to English proficiency among international students in the United States. Second, whether these relations are more mediated by motivation in language learning. And then, so these are the literature or other studies that we can find in the research. There are a complex relationship between cultural identity and language. Some researchers argue that language and identity should be seen in a single entity, and they also investigated international students' adaptation to the U.S. academic setting through this lens. Next is how does the study conducted and interpreted? The study conducted and interpreted first is using a sample question. First is that to what extent did culture identity relate to variables in language 2 learning? Then, did the language learning motivation mediate the effects of cultural identities or language? Then, did language learning motivation mediate the effects of cultural identities on language proficiency? Then, the study was interpreted through hypotheses were tested using path analysis. What are the findings of the study? This is the findings of the research. First is, it suggests that in order to promote English proficiency, it is enough to only focus on language or motivation in learning English. Like, maybe universities can provide them more opportunity, example activities, workshop, and field trips for international students so that they can learn. And it is important for universities to provide culturally informed support to international students, such as normalizing a cultural stress. And then, it is important for university faculty and staff to recognize their own biases and build spots in working with international students. And then universities could also provide additional opportunities for informal relationship building between international and domestic students. And then lastly, university and faculty could promote the development of a multicultural or global citizen's identity and sense of global competence for all students and address the role of multilingualism in such an identity. And here are the implications that it suggests strong ethnic identity might inhibit English. And then, although strong American identity was not related to English proficiency directly, it promotes English proficiency through motivation. This is our conclusion. The study provides new perspective and the relation between cultural identity and cultural learning international students. This is the first study to look at how cultural identity and motivation interact. The study provides new perspective on the relationship between cultural identity and language learning international students. This is the first study to look at how cultural identity and motivation interact, using quantitative way, assess language proficiency despite the fact that researchers have discovered between identification and language competence, but there is still a lot of research to be done. The process that support this relationship are not well understood. As a result, treating motivation as a mediator between cultural identity and second language. And for the future research direction, future research should replicate and extend these findings. Future research should examine different countries or cultural backgrounds. For the common concept of this module is, I think it is related to the foundation of second language acquisition, the world of language where there are a lot of multilingual in this world. To learn it by their speaker and learning second language is really important, especially for the student. It helps to their academic, economy, and political as well as to the social. And I guess that would be all. Thank you for listening.